Hey guys, IKhanWhisper here with some Darktide gameplay from the pre-order beta test. Been playing that the past week or so, I guess, since it came out. It's been really fun. I am glad that this came out so I could get a lot of Darktide in before Dragonflight expansion for World of Warcraft comes out. Because their release date is like 2 days apart. But, yeah, the WoW one's today actually, but back to Darktide. So, this was the first run some friends and I did on the darkness, like, modifier, I guess. So the maps are definitely not this dark usually. You don't need to have flashlights on, but in this one you definitely need it. It's super dark. This one has like this part of the map has some, you know, some external light going on, but when you get into tunnels and stuff, as you'll see later, it legit is pitch black, and you can see on some of the enemies, like if they have helmets on, you can see their eyes a little bit, but that's it. And also, sorry for not posting recently. I had plans for a bunch of videos I was gonna make, and then I got really sick and kind of messed up my voice for a bit, so wasn't able to record stuff or do narrations for footage like this one. But I'm feeling most of the way better now, so I'm kind of back in business. So, my main guy, I usually play as a psyker, but this was just a level 2 difficulty, so I wanted to do it on this lower level guy I have that had a flashlight on his gun for like the experience. It ends up being a failed run, but I thought aesthetically it was cool, so I would keep it in here and then switch over to the run with my main, the psyker, afterwards. Psyker class is just too cool to not be. But the gunplay in this is really solid too. I really like the feel of the weapons and everything. Like this last gun I'm using here. Feels, you know, it is semi-auto, but it feels weighty when you actually line up some headshots and stuff with it. But yeah, just the overall like aesthetic and vibe of everything is very Warhammer 40k. Like, I think they nailed it. And like, I've done a bunch of these maps before, playing it on this darkness modifier, but I have to say, like, with this lighting, it definitely feels a lot different, and you, at least on this first time playing it this way, you kind of lose your way more, and you're like, where are we even going in the dark? Which is cool. Took the same map and just a completely different experience. But yeah, the graphics are really awesome. Oh, an explosive barrel there. Oh, you see, without the gun up with the flashlight, you could just see their green eyes coming out of the darkness. And I think later, we'll stop. It might be this part. Yeah, look how dark this tunnel is without the flashlight on that you have to go through. It's just pitch black, except for when someone shoots back. But yeah, it's just super cool. Loving the graphics and the gritty Warhammer 40k-ness of it. And the darkness, just a nice touch on top. so far. They've been rolling out new maps and mission types and things, and crafting and a whole bunch of stuff slowly over the period that it's been out. And I'm really impressed. I knew coming from Fat Shark and the makers of Darktide that they were gonna do a good job with this, and yeah, they definitely have even exceeded my expectations so far. It's really nice. So I hope they add even more, chaos enemies, and maybe at some point in the future, even add on to this base that they're creating here, and add in orcs or Tyranid or other enemy types like that. So here we see something that we had not run into. It's unique to the darkness modifier. In a second here, you see that eerie green light down there. There's something new. We can't get a look at it here, but it's the Daemonhost, and it just vanishes there and teleports under here. One of our guys is down there, and that thing takes him out immediately. Look at this thing. It's taken a lot of hits, and it down one of our guys, picks him up and just like instantly kills him, so that we can't even pick him back up. And it attacks so fast. That's like not doing anything to it. I'm trying to res him. It's our first time running into it. I don't know if you could like break it out of this, or there doesn't seem to be a way, as far as I'm seeing so far. But then it vanishes before we can kill it. So we have not seen the last of that. Yeah, this character's name is just the normal Khan. My Psyker's name I spiced up a little bit, but Khan's a good fallback, I think. Yeah, I love the laser gun. I forget how they say it. I mean, lays. I think they say las gun. It's more, I don't know, I guess that's more British pronunciation. I'm always tempted to say laser gun though, because of laser. I also like that in this, they've added in, like crafting supplies you can pick up, which gives you a little bit more of a reason to explore. There's also scriptures and grimoires and things that you'll be familiar with if you played Vermintide. But yeah, look at that. The gunplay is super fun, super solid. Hipfire accuracy was not that great on this gun, but once you're aiming down the sight, oh no, here's that thing emerging from the floor again. And yeah, look at how fast that attacks. You really just need to block if it's on you, but not a great time when there's also just a swarm of enemies. But yeah, look at that, it lifts you up in the air, feet dangling. Just, boom, snaps your neck or something, I don't know. It's doing it to somebody else. But we did manage to res somebody, so one of my friends is running around, resing somebody. But it's following again. Oh, look at this. He hits it while it's disappeared and gone through the portal. And we run into a bug here that I wanted to show off because it's kind of funny. So it was disappearing when he hit it, and that made it turn around and come back, but it's still invisible following him. And he can't see where it is. No health bar, can't stop it. but look, you'll see it's here. It'll be dangling a second. Look. So I just thought that this was cool to include for some of the gunplay and the flashlight effects in the darkness, and this little glitch. But so we'll switch over. My dude was on the left there, trying out this new chainsword on this one. I really like the forest sword. Now that they've made some tweaks to that, where when you block with the force sword, it now uses stamina instead of peril. I think before that made your peril go up way too high using that. But I also have a couple other cool weapons. A really good saber, and I think the axes in general are really strong. They attack really quickly, but also have very high armor piercing. But the chainsword's cool. You can like rev it up, make that trademark chainsword sound. Like that. I think I revved it up there and hit one with it. And you just kind of chainsaw through them. Kind of, I guess, Gears of War style in terms of another genre. Or not genre, you know what I mean. Another IP. There's also a lot of the psyker abilities are tied to different staves you can use. Which I think is a good way to handle it. You just have your primary brain burster ability, which you'll see me do here again in a bit. Yeah, like that. So you charge that up, and then boom. And I thought it was like slow and not that good the first like game I played with it, but then I realized you can like 1 to 2 shot all the elites with it, and once you lock on with it, you're kind of good to go. Even if they run around a corner, or you know, you can duck back down behind cover or something, and you're still good and can blow them up from safety. So I really like how this class. See, I ducked around the corner, took out a shooter. Somebody fell off here. I really like this staff that I use here. I feel it does, I don't know, the most AoE damage. I should probably try some more out. Now that I have higher level gear, they actually do more damage and stuff. But there's like Force Lightning. There's this big Force Blast one that I'm doing right now that I prefer. There's kind of like an aimed AoE ground one that I think is the first one you get access to. Yeah, look how dark it is there. I'm just seeing where the shots are coming from and trying to shoot back. It is nice though that when someone's about to shoot at you, you get like a little indicator of a little flash. So you can return fire or dodge out of the way. I think this one might be a 3 difficulty. I can't really remember. It might be I don't know. It might be a 2 just to try out darkness. The night we played, it was we only had like these 2 missions worth of the darkness modifier, and then it went back to endless horde, which it seems to always be on. I think there's also low visibility, which my friend said he had played one time, but I haven't seen it. Oh, sniper up top on the catwalks. Couldn't get back to cover. fast enough there, but I did see it was going up above where I was snapping brains at, exploding brains. So you can see someone from really far away and just kind of lock onto them twice and take them out. I think this one might have been a 3. I don't know. I did a 4 to get one of the achievements on this guy, or penances, and that was crazy. But there'll be more cosmetics, and they have introduced an early cosmetic store. But I guess primarily and for a while exclusively, you had to get cosmetics through doing like class challenge penances. See, I locked onto a gunner there and just took him out. My friend's like a super high level sharpshooter, so he like picks off a lot of them now. But that ability's still really useful. But anyway, the penances, you know, some of them are easy, some of them are very hard to do. But you get cool pants and chest armor and helmets that are all very detailed. I recently got everything done for the first helmet on my psyker guy, which took a bit of coordination and doing. Alright, here's the Daemonhost. I like doing the brain burster on the dogs because they jump all over the place. In the first couple days there were some glitches where it would like jump at you and then like run up the ceiling and stuff. So we're planning now, we're like we're on our higher level guys now, not our alts, and we want some revenge on the Daemonhost. Actually I think we skip it at this point. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I think we decided to just leave it down there for now because it spawned behind us. But I guess I let the cat out of the bag there. But we do decide to just take it out later on. But you can see it's just chilling down there, doing its Daemonhosty business. Boom. So yeah, I've been enjoying playing the psyker. You can actually use guns and stuff as well as the psyker. Which is cool. You don't have to use the staff, but the nice thing about the staff is, you know, it does a lot of damage, and it uses your barrel, which is like your measure of, I don't know, how dangerous your buildup of warp energy is, I guess. But it uses that instead of ammo. So you can just kind of keep using it and not worry so much and leave ammo for the sharpshooters in your group, which is kind of nice. And if it gets to 100 and then you use another ability, it insta-kills you. Your just head blows off. And it downs you. So you gotta vent it constantly, or use your F ability there. Oh, I just got a penance for rezzing people. So, you know, that's one of the general challenges, or penances. You just res people 10 times, and then I think they start stacking a lot of them and have incremental rewards, like, alright, now res 25 people. The thing's still just chilling down there, doing its thing. But got somebody following us up the stairs. Boom. But I like this force staff I was using there because it doesn't just hit the first enemy and blow up. It, you know, goes through a big chunk of the horde if you just shoot in a straight line and takes out a bunch of them. Or on higher difficulty, at least, you know, knocks them down when you replaces a lot of the just regular zombies with, you know, upgraded variants. So the armored chaos guys, like the Imperial Guard kind of trooper chaos variants, like what we're fighting right there, or the actual more kind of kitted out ones with the green eyes and las rifles and stuff. You'll see a lot of those. See, it's very useful for taking out crushers, and which is the Ogren chaos ones. Or the Maulers and Ragers, which are the Chaos Troop ones. But yeah, there's a pretty nice diversity of elites and unit types so far, with it just being Chaos troops. Oh no. Yeah, someone activated the Daemonhost there. Oh. Oh yeah, okay. This was I think it gets away right here. Yeah, before I can get it. Alright, I think this Alright, well, we'll keep going with this. It's down to just me now. A lot of elite enemies coming my way. I defend some of that energy. Take out that guy. Almost exploded there. I was pushing it with that last spell at 100. But if you're not using it, it does go down pretty quickly on its own. Pick the scripture back up, but that was definitely a close one. I can't see very well. Here we go, though. For some reason, I thought I finished resing. Getting impatient. Looking for enemies in the darkness. Got one more person to rescue. So swinging with a charged up chainsword. Yeah, but I was kind of worried. But I think I'm fairly confident that we did beat this one and not start another one. I was just looking at how dire it was getting and the amount of time that there was left in the recording. And I was like, did we have to start over? But I think we're back in business. And I was like, did I just spend a lot of time recording this one where we're gonna die? But no, I think we're good. It was just a close call. So I like using the role of the psyker as picking off elites for the group. Just spotting them from far away and, you know, taking out the heavy guys or the flamethrower guys before they get in there and cause some trouble. Alright, fought our way to a Medicaid station. But yeah, you need somebody with a flashlight, or else look how dark this is. That's crazy. Oh, that's a trapper. They shoot you with a net. On high difficulties, they'll send a lot of stuff your way that can, you know, just end your run real quick. Like, send in a couple trappers, a couple dogs, a charger, some maulers and crushers, just all within like 8 seconds. And you gotta be vigilant too. There's always someone trying to sneak up on you. So you gotta be turning all around, have your head on a swivel. Yeah, look how dark that is. You can just see their silhouette till you get within like a foot of them. What's that? Oh, Bulwark, I think. Yeah. Or the names of the shielded Ogren. And the Ogren you can get in your, you know, the playable ones. You can get a riot shield too. I haven't tried out the Ogren yet, but that looks pretty fun. Alright, now this part's looking familiar for Daemonhost fighting. Because, yeah, it kinda acts like the witch from Left 4 Dead 2, where you, in some situations, depending on where it spawns, you can, like, sneak around it and not engage it, but if you do accidentally engage it, it just goes wild on you before leaving, maybe after a set amount of time. But as we saw in the first video, if you hit it while it's escaping, you could get unlucky and have that glitch, but they'll probably fix it. So I think we're just kind of talking here, planning things out, like, alright, after we take these dudes out, we'll try and get some revenge on this Daemonhost. You see how those enemies, like the dogs and the charger guys, just go right through, come out of nowhere. Here's why I like that staff. I'm just clearing huge waves of enemies, not even doing full charge on it, just to knock them down and make it easier for other people. There's a drag machine gunner. Maybe a couple. looks so cool. All this lace gun, you know, I want to say tracer rounds, but you know, you can see them through the air. And that guy was saying in the party, if it locks onto you, then just try and block and stay alive. There's not much else you can do with how fast it attacks. There's a penance for like, oh, here we go, we're getting into it. There's a penance for taking so much damage within a couple seconds or something. My friend who's it's on right now is like, yeah, I got that and almost got the next like tier of it. I think the first one's like 400 damage, and the next one's like 800. But I like using this on the elites to kind of stay back and also do a pretty good amount of damage. I guess this is like a mini boss. I think it's not technically a monstrosity, but there we got the Banisher penance for taking it out. Banishing the Daemonhost. But look at it. It's weird. It's like a huge humanoid type thing. Looked like, oh, that was pretty cool. Sidestepped that dog and chainsawed it. Yeah, they're huge, right? The Daemonhost. It reminds me of like the engineer species from Alien. Always good when you spot a Medicaid station and you're in desperate need of it. I like this when there's a bunch of elites down there that just pick off one by one. Machine gunners frantically trying to run around and escape. Also, the good thing about the F ability that I didn't know the first times I was playing was you can still use it after you've gone above 100% and you're in the countdown before your brain explodes to cancel it out. So it's very useful to have that off cooldown if you know you're gonna have to be frantically using it. But yeah, the visuals in this are just really cool. Like the darkness just adds a whole other element to it. It really makes the laser guns look awesome. Another bulwark. And I have a few more of these that I'll just keep. Yeah, I probably have another few, several or few that I'll make. The last one will probably come out, I don't know, when Darktide is actually released. But why not? The gameplay is the same. And I already have these recorded, ones that I think are pretty cool to talk about. But yeah, I've had a blast with the beta. Me and my friends really got into it and been playing the heck out of it. So it is free on Game Pass, and I was just gonna play it on there, but then when they had this, if you pre-order it, on at least on Steam, you get, oh, there's a sniper. You can see their little laser thing scanning for people. Yeah, if you pre-order it, you got access to this beta, and like I said, my group wanted to play this before Dragonflight. There we go. Psychers are real good at taking out the snipers. and stuff. I'd like to have them on Steam, probably. The power of that staff, just kind of blind firing down there, assuming that there's enemies. Like I was saying before, I hope they do continue to build on this base and, you know, find new ways to mix it up with enemies or new ways to play these classes, like they did with the additional specs and stuff in Vermintide. That was cool. It is also kind of fun with the character creator in this one. You get to design, you know, everything about your character, what they look like, hair, face. The voice you pick in the background go into like what dialogue options and stuff they have during the mission. For like banter and stuff. Like if you played Vermintide, you'll be familiar with how they say random things or describe the situation and stuff sometimes. So, if you saw in that hallway for a second, the Daemonhost did come back. Killing it didn't even make it go away fully. So, we didn't know that, but we were just like, okay, well, we got the penance done, so we can skip it now, you know. We've gotten our revenge from the last mission. See, that's why I like this staff. Just took out a big wave of them there. Ascend to the magistrati. What was that word? I don't know. They got all their fancy Warhammer 40k terminology for everything. Alright, on our way to the final thing. There's a lot of different mission types. This one is an assassination. Oh yeah, I think this was a 3 assassination. And the one, I think it was a 2 repair that I died on as the sharpshooter in the beginning. So we found their trial and error that just meleeing the boss is by far the fastest way to get this done. If everybody just groups up and is meleeing, the shield and health just drop, and the faster you make this encounter, the less elites spawn. So if you just kind of swing wildly, take out some little guys in the process, this goes way faster and easier, because we dropped his bubble and health bar. You know, look how quick. But I think I did a little too much damage and drew his attention, and he is not happy about it. Yeah, but look at that. Can't beat how fast that's going down. Oh, he pulls out a little shotgun here, and I do not sidestep it fast enough. But we still brought him down. Nice and easy. And look at that. A lot of stuff didn't spawn. It actually is about to end right here. So, successful mission there in the darkness modifier. Just wanted to show you guys. And, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like or a comment if you did. And, yeah, let me know what you've thought of Darktide so far if you've played the beta. I've really enjoyed it personally. Alright, see you guys next time.